everyone. My name is Alexandra Novakovsky, and this aria is Come per me sereno from La Sonnambula by Bellini. This is Amina's first aria in the opera. She has some trouble in the opera with her sleepwalking. There's a lot of drama that happens because of it, but this aria has nothing to do with that. She's just found out that she's betrothed to Elvino. She's very excited, and Amina was actually an orphan. So this aria she tells to all of her villager friends and also her mother. And her best friend Lisa, who actually is in love with her new betrothed person. Conflict, yes. So this is sort of just an expression of her excitement into her new life and new opportunity and possibilities.
Teneri, amici, madre, qual gioia! Come per me sereno, oggi rinnovi di come i terreni fiori, fiori, più bello e ameno. Mai di più lieto aspetto, natura, non brillo, Does it go on? It does go on. Oh, Sovrai se l'amor mi posa, palpitar, balzar lo senti, e miei corpi suoi contenti, non hai forza sostenere. Non ho forza sostenere, oh no,
Okay, good. Oh, okay. So, well, I didn't know all that was coming. I only had the first part in my music. Oh my gosh. No, it's fine. It's good. It's a lot of chromatics. What else do I need?
No. Yeah.
Just high notes, chromatics. I was like, what is that note? But it's also, I think the majority of this is in the first part anyway, to work. Mm-hmm. Have you been performing this long, singing it?
This is the first time I've sung it in public.
Well, here's the good news. None of us realized that. Yeah, because we hadn't worked on this, and it's great. I think it's a really bold choice for you, because it's not a piece that we all know so much, and with how intelligent and expressive you are, if you can take this to the next level, that it's not just beautiful and simple, because it is. Mm-hmm. It's a simple piece, and it's about joy and effervescence. But if we can make sure it's always three-dimensional, mm-hmm. Okay? Mm-hmm. You said she was adopted.
She's an orphan.
An orphan.
Yeah, but her foster mother is here. She's in the crowd.
Foster mother.
Yes.
Yeah. They have a good relationship?
Yes. Okay.
But clearly, there's a reason the sleepwalking has become an issue with her, right? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And I mean, because it's opera, let's say the orphanhood was really traumatic. Mm-hmm. Probably why you sleepwalk, I'm gonna guess. And so the joy of somebody who has lived through trauma is sometimes self-convincing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I was trying to think about. But then I was like, am I in tune? You know.
Here's the thing. The second you think, am I in tune, it's too late to do anything about it. You know, I mean, you can try and correct it. It's usually pretty hard midstream. You know, you kind of know. And if you're asking, am I in tune or not, it means you're not so blatantly out of tune that it was obvious. Mm-hmm. You're just not sure. Mm-hmm. So if there's nothing you can really do in that moment that you think, am I out of tune, just assume you are. Mm-hmm. Unless you're like, oh, where did that go off the rails? And then there's nothing you can do about it at that point. So just regroup, mm-hmm. take a breath, and go on. But if your head is, am I in tune? It can't be anywhere else.
Yeah, exactly.
It can't be thinking expression. It can't mm-hmm. be thinking, this A sharp fits into the chord in this way, you know? So that's a really good thing to listen for, to be aware of. And then each time it happens, you kind of go, well, don't be stupid. Mm-hmm. Get back to work. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, come on. Listen to the tape, and then you'll know. And then, you know, you'll learn it for the next time. But right midstream, mm-hmm. 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 there's nothing really to do. Especially if you're not sure. Because let's take that even further. am I in tune when it's not obvious, how will you possibly come up with the answer? You won't. So don't waste your time. That's a waste of mental energy. Okay? And it'll pop in again, or am I behind the beat, or am I in time? And all those things, you know, you'll learn how to monitor without derailing your mental things. So I love that you pointed that out. So the thing is, it's so beautiful the way you present this, but it's so sure. And I miss a little bit of the frailty.
How do we, is it in the eyes? How do we show that she's been
It's in
this
the-
broken? Yeah.
You just have to be it
Yeah.
and not show it.
Okay.
I think one thing that will help you is if you dare to play with the dynamics a lot more.
Yeah.
Like this morning, it's kind of all mezzo forte. And every once in a while you do this thing where I think you're going to spin it in, like spin it there, and you always spin it out. Do you know what I mean? So it always grows in that way instead of growing, I'm not sure it's safe. But knowingly, not as Alex, but as Amina, you know? And I think if you do it with dynamics, some of the rests, somehow you launch into things out of excitement and nervousness, and then other times you hesitate. I'm so happy. And I'm finally so happy because every other time I've said I'm happy, it didn't work out. But I think this time it's really true. And yes, I'm sure this time it's going to work. That kind of thing. Now, doing that, you have to detach from your physical body because you need absolute assurity here to do that. So it's conscious dynamic choice, how you play with the rhythm, etc. So let's dig in and let's see what we come in. So we start here. Yeah. Okay, first thing, compagne. You could say compagne. That feels very assured. Compagne. I'm here to call you all to a meeting, and we've got to discuss the trash collections on Wednesday, you know? But compagne. I love you. Can I tell you something? Yeah. It's in that grace note, or in the appoggiatura.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So con tenero accento. Compagne, 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 compagne. All of that versus compagne. They're both right, but one is fragile and sweet. Tenero. You know, tender. Okay? Here we have heartbeat. We have all this subdivision in here, same as in caro nome. Yeah? Okay? Left hand. Okay, and what happens if you're not exactly...
Yeah, I was going to ask you.
Totally. You will have differing opinions about this. Can you give me one measure, Justina? Yeah, can you give it to me one more time? 1 and 2. Here, on the Then be in time. This sort of robotic. Compagne. It's spoken, it's floated, it's a sigh.
Okay.
It's a compagne. I love you. And different, it doesn't have to be different each time. We're not aria proper. This is kind of recitative-ish. Okay? Yeah. Do I dare? Okay, yeah. And then less concrete on the final syllable. Because, Alex, I want to tell you, I'm so excited. Alex, I want to tell you, I'm so excited. right? This is, I'm singing. Compagne. Yeah, but find your way through it, but yeah. Okay. Yeah, but okay, that also you're yeah, more parlando. Amici. Oh. Right? Yeah. Amici. That is correct. You know? So it's just youthful. And if you have amici, amici, which sounds more fragile, like she's going to tiptoe on the balcony later. She's already there in her sleepwalking. We already hear it without, premonition and calculating it, but it's just excitement, fragility, okay? Let's try it right on compagne and compagne. Okay, now just exaggerate it and sing it as a quarter note. You don't mind us. Compagne. See what that feels like. Compagne. Okay, now split the difference and make it natural, but not exactly eighth notes, not exactly calculated. Italian. Compagne. Okay, and dare to even throw away the last syllable even more. Compagne. That didn't change. Compagne. Okay. Really, we hear it. Listen. Compagne. You hear it.
Okay.
Yeah? So I'm supposed to, this is like bel canto, right? Just, amici. Sounds scholastic.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Even the campagna, you're still,
Control.
yeah. Just see how far you can go.
Okay.
And it's you leave it off out there. Like if you have a wand. Simple. If you're a flute, but it goes out there. It doesn't. It's not solid here. Come back at you, da da, like the wind. Like your gown is going to be floating on the balcony when all of this ethereal, tender. Don't make it of this world, not concrete. We'll move on, I promise, but just see how far you dare to go with it, on the measure of compagne. 3. Oh, Mom. Yeah, and here you have, that was beautiful, by the way. Fragile, and right in the core, just spun, beautiful. Oh, but it's not about that note. Qual gioia. It's like the flower comes into bloom. Qual gioia. You don't want that word to end.
Yeah.
Qual gioia. I've never been so happy. Okay? Yeah. Let's do a madre. Now, do you hear, but if you hear, compagne, a madre. They're both the same. It doesn't tell me anything. Oh, compagne. We had so much fun swimming in the lake the other day. Oh, madre. You saved me. You took me in your home. I love you. They have to be different. It's the same notes, it's the same notation, it's the same rhythm. You have to infuse them with an entire different universe. Oh, compagne, yeah, we're going to go pick the flowers again. And I know, I'm just like, Mom? One more time, compagne. This can be more fragile, less concrete. Don't sing it. And then I promise we'll go on. I don't hear a difference. I feel like you're doing it the same every time. You know?
I tried to be more fragile that time, but
So make it breathy.
okay.
Really incorrect vocally, and make it really breathy, okay? And faster. Compagne. You know? Okay? This is the last time, I promise.
No.
Just throw
Do it
something
100 times.
Breathy, fast, toss it off. Okay? Compagne. Oh, yeah, I love you guys. Teneri, amici. Oh, Mom, I love you. Beautiful. Yeah. Great, awesome. Can that be, what dynamic is that for you?
That was like edging towards a mezzo forte.
Okay, can we go? I have just an idea.
Yeah.
Just maybe piano?
It's piano
with
in the score.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Okay. What would that feel like?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah. I am serene and happy. I am serene and happy. But I don't want to say it too loud because I'm not sure it's true. Do you guys hear it? Do you guys feel that? Is it? I want to say it louder, but I don't dare yet. I'll do it at the end of the aria. Okay? Spin. So it happens right out here.
Okay.
So it's spinny air. And it's come. So spend a lot of time setting up that. If you just go, we feel it.
Yeah.
But if you go, come, you haven't helped us. Or what, per me. And don't breathe, but lift. Whatever it is, okay? Heartbeat. I didn't feel the setup of the C, yeah? Just, so there's a, oh my God. That, okay? Okay, but can you not crescendo that?
Yeah, sure.
Give it direction. Suspend it. Make it timeless without any movement, even though the inner movement is this. Just see what it feels like, okay? And. Dare. Okay, yeah. That I heard. These are the notes that are written. But search for them. You don't know how to explain how beautiful they are. You know what I mean? Now, all of a sudden, we're starting to get texture. Come per me sereno. That lake that doesn't have one ripple on it. Not a crescendo, not any uptick in the dynamic. Total, it's alive. You know the lake is alive because it shimmers somehow, but it doesn't move, right? Then the ground is coming into flower, more beautiful than anything I've ever seen. That's where we go. Whole thing one more time, come per me. Don't let it move. Don't crescendo it. Don't crescendo it. Trust it. Actually feel like you pull it, not pull it in, but that it spins into you. Okay? Right there. And okay, but not slower. See, this is so hard. Not slower. Okay? Direction, but not to, yeah. And. Okay, can the me not be louder than the per?
Yeah.
Just that. And. In. Okay, and then can the re not be louder than the si, re? Spin it in. Go. Trust it.
I guess I just don't think I can sing that quietly and get away with it.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Could you guys hear that? Okay, but the opposite happens. What did you guys do when she did that? You could sing the whole aria like that, as long as you don't get slower and slower. The whole aria like that. And all of a sudden, you're a magician. You're weaving this spell. And this is where the magic, look, I have goosebumps. Yeah. We think it has to go all the time. It's tiring. It's tiring. And then how do you win us over? It has to go louder and higher, and louder and higher. Do this again. Okay? And but here's the thing. This is not without motion. I feel the entirety of a little orphan girl who doesn't dare say it it's all in there. It has motion, but it has suspension. Okay? So not slower, no note louder than the you don't dare disturb the magic. Don't wake the baby. Shh, don't say a word. It's perfect just as it is. It's never going to be more perfect than this moment. I don't want it to end. Okay? And. In. Right there. Not louder. And. Oh my, look at that. And. Don't give one note for granted. You went pew, pew. Right? Yeah. That it's so just every note has an entire life in it, but you don't want to touch it because it might break. Okay? So let's do come terren. It's not enough. Say, what is it? But what it is oh, was that too much? It's girly, it's tentative, it's all of that. Make sense?
Yeah.
It's the simplest music on the page. It's not complicated text. You look and go, okay, joyful. Oh, how solid, beautiful and serene the day is, and the flowers are so pretty in the ground. And people go, I don't get this opera stuff. But the emotion of what you're living, it's an entire universe in everything you choose to say and sing. So I love that you brought this, because the Gilda is something you're very sure with and all of that. And I love working on something that is new, because, literally that was a half hour on 3 lines, right? And we could have gone back and done it a few more times. But that's like the joy in this. And then do it a completely different way, and do it much more excited and soubrette and all of that. And then do it like you're the biggest introvert in the world. And do it like it's the first time you've ever spoken. I mean, just throw these different options in so that to see what it feels like, because the inner life is dependent on you to fill this in. And again, you don't want to sing it just the way it always goes. Trust this piano singing. I'm telling you, it's going to pull you out of the pack. Okay. It will set you apart out of the pack. And also, it's healthier for you, because if you're always at mezzo forte plus, it's fatiguing, it's tiring, it's all this. Show us how much mastery you have over this, the spin and the dynamics and all of that. Always on the breath, always moving forward, not, pulling back the tempo. But all of your palate expands by a huge amount. And you feel what it does to the people in the room. They go, which is why this music exists. Otherwise, it's just, well, she didn't take the high E at the end. And when you sing like that, we're not going to care what happens, It's this, all about the high note stuff is the least interesting thing about what we do. That's caballé. That's magic. That's Callas in Annum Credea, when she just stands there and just, okay? Go in that direction. It's exciting. Alex, she's at the Washington National Opera, right, close to taking that leap into the real world. And I know that we all just wish you absolutely 100% the best. And we want to buy tickets to your shows. Yeah, and we want to hear you. Your first one is a recital in D.C., right?
Yes.
And then you're singing Zerbinetta at Wolf's Trap this summer. Yeah. You're going to be great.
Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Alex.
you.
Beautiful. Take your bow.